During his time in WWE, he became a World Champion, Intercontinental Champion, ECW Champion, and Tag Team Champion. However, for all that he accomplished, there are a number of things that WWE would rather fans forget about him. Since departing the company in 2014, CM Punk has made headlines in various areas of sports and entertainment industries. He has often said his time in wrestling is over and that he has no interest in pursuing that career again. However, we don't know what the future will hold, but right now his stance is firm. He is seemingly as popular and relevant now as he has ever been. However, though WWE will remind fans about talent past and present, as mentioned, there are a number of things they would want you to forget about CM Punk. My name is John. Here are the 10 things WWE doesn't want you to remember about CM Punk. The number 434 stands out because it is tied to one of the greatest accomplishments in the modern era of WWE. It's the number of days that CM Punk held the WWE title, an incredible feat that cemented his legacy as a legitimate threat regardless of whom he was in the ring with. After he lost the title, he moved from being a heel to becoming a babyface once again. This is something WWE never references anymore. They appeared to want fans to forget this milestone for a variety of reasons. The issues that developed between Punk and the company after his departure certainly being the biggest reason. This record was recently broken by WWE Universal Champion Brock Lesnar, but when WWE referenced this accomplishment, they did not mention whose record was broken. Talents will leave a company for a number of reasons. Often they leave on good terms and they depart with best wishes being expressed or something to that effect. In the case of CM Punk, not only was his departure not an amicable one, it was abrupt, and at the time of his departure there were wounds he needed to heal, so he took the time to rest. On a personal level, he got to spend more time with the love of his life, former WWE Divas Champion AJ Lee, and Punk were married a few months later after his departure. Unfortunately, on what should have been the happiest day of their lives, he received his termination papers that same day. Whether it was intentional or not, the sour one note that this action struck is something the company doesn't want fans to recall. After leaving WWE, CM Punk's fury towards the company appeared to grow and grow. While it is said that time heals all wounds, in this case the anger continued to get stronger. One instance where Punk shared his anger was during an appearance on the podcast hosted by his friend, current Ring of Honor color commentator and active wrestler Colt Cabana. Their long-standing friendship goes way beyond wrestling, so this was the venue Punk chose to tell his complete story. He discussed a number of topics, one of them being about the level of care he received from WWE medical staff. In his comments, he claimed that Dr. Chris Amon failed to treat a couple of his injuries properly. He responded by suing Punk with defamation of character, filing a claim for millions of dollars. The company supported their doctor, but in the end, Punk prevailed and won the case. This isn't something the company will want fans to recall. Friendship isn't simply dictated by where you are employed, and this is certainly true for CM Punk. For example, while with WWE, he was able to find true love, eventually marrying former Divas champion AJ Lee. The two have many common passions for things outside of wrestling. His friendships outside WWE are evident in his Twitter followers. For instance, Stone Cold Steve Austin, someone he was a fan of and looked up to as one. During an episode WWE photo shoot, Kofi Kingston had nothing but praise regarding his past friendship with Punk and shared how well they got along together. The company made mention of this indirectly, but for the most part, this doesn't appear to be something they want the fans to think about. One of the most successful moments for WWE in recent years, one that led to a resurgence when the company needed it, was the beginning of the reality era that began with the infamous pipe bomb promo. During that segment, Punk threatened to leave the WWE with his championship. He broke the fourth wall, mentioned names of people and companies outside WWE, and essentially gave what is considered a promo rooted in the truth that certainly got attention.
I'm leaving with the WWE Championship on July 17th, and who knows, maybe I'll go defend it in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Maybe I'll go back to Ring of Honor. Hey, Colt Cabana, how you doing?
The response from various internet wrestling communities was big. After the event took place, fans went online to various social media outlets to share their shock and disbelief that the curtain was being pulled back. This isn't something WWE wants fans to remember because it would give Punk a lot of credit for the company's resulting success. Still, it remains one of the most notable moments in the past decade and an incredible memory for fans. Fans today have made CM Punk arguably the most polarizing former WWE employee in recent memory. While many former WWE stars have pursued careers elsewhere in the wrestling industry, Punk has remained quiet. Well, he has remained quiet when it comes to wrestling. Where Punk has been heard from loud and clear is in his pursuit of a career competing in mixed martial arts. UFC President Dana White saw Punk's desire as an opportunity to make money, and the two mutually agreed on giving him an opportunity to compete in a UFC octagon. While he has received criticism due to his lack of experience and others wanted to see him fail, the attention his two bouts received didn't just help him, but made UFC lots of money as well. Former WWE talent doesn't normally get attention from mainstream sports media, but in this instance, the response was incredible. While this doesn't have the presence as the what chant or the yes chant, it's still one of the most prevalent chants in recent memory. Whether it started out a desire to see him compete or just as a form of entertainment for the fans, the chanting of CM Punk can at times become rather deafening. Typically, it is heard during promos or matches when fans aren't interested. Apparently, fans think the chant is more interesting than what is being said or who are competing in the ring. There is likely an element of frustration involved as well, leading to the audience trying to derail the product and hijack the show. WWE doesn't want you to pay attention to these chants or engage in them because it's a reminder of someone who has moved on, even if some fans haven't. As many can recall, the lead up to the John Cena CM Punk match for the WWE title in 2011 was done very well. Fans would watch week in and week out as Punk repeatedly stated that he would win the WWE title, and when his contract was set to expire, he would win the title and also walk out of the company with it. The storyline had elements of the Montreal Screwjob, as during the match Cena would try to disagree with Vince McMahon on helping him win the title through means that he didn't agree with. The match ended with Punk capturing the title, and the visual of him climbing the barricade to exit through the crowd while blowing a kiss in the direction of McMahon, Punk's expression was priceless. This storyline and its success, however, was the brainchild of Punk. It was an echo of something he did during his time in Ring of Honor during the lead up to his departure for WWE. Both storylines were called the Summer of Punk, and both were very successful. WWE may want to take credit for this idea, but that doesn't mean that they deserve it. While he was with WWE, Punk would explore other ventures that enabled him to show his creativity. During that time, he made his initial foray into the comics industry, writing the intro to Marvel Comics' Avenger vs. X-Men graphic novel, which was released in 2012. A few years later, after his departure from WWE, he wrote a portion of the Marvel Comics Thor Annual No. 1, co-wrote their Drax ongoing series. Ironically, this character has been portrayed by another former WWE superstar, Batista, in the Guardians of the Galaxy films, and he also wrote for DC Comics' Vertigo imprint, being featured in Strange Sports Series No. 3. Punk would also co-write more than 10 issues of the Drax series in the fall of 2015. The company wouldn't want the fans to know about that contribution in particular because of the Batista tie-in. Part of the legendary Gracie family, Rener is a world-renowned Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu coach. He has trained and prepared some of the greatest fighters in the world. Punk has appeared in a number of editions of Gracie's YouTube show Gracie Breakdown. The show demonstrates various strategies used in BJJ. Punk's friendship with Gracie isn't an issue, but what may be something WWE doesn't want to advertise is that Gracie's wife, former WWE Divas champion Eve Torres, also teaches BJJ at his school. Her teaching has been used to help a number of wrestlers, and one person in particular that she has trained is Stephanie McMahon. The same Stephanie McMahon that was referred to in Punk's pipe bomb promo as an idiot. It may be nothing that there are less than 6 degrees of separation between Punk and McMahon, but it is something WWE will not remind the fans of. This is especially true when WWE has taken steps to gloss over Punk's time with the company. And these are 10 things WWE doesn't want you to remember about CM Punk. I hope you're all having an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching Wrestling Hub, and I'll see you later with more wrestling videos.